HarperCollins presents Dragon Towers, The Ghostly Surprise by Pip Bird. Read by J. Lafayette Valentine. Chapter 1. Spooky Stories. As the bright October moon shone through the window, Theo flicked on the torch and held it under his chin. "Are you ready for a spooky story?" "Yeah." Theo's little brother Dex clung to the bars of his cot and jumped up and down. Theo cleared his throat and opened the book in his lap. The cat says, "Meow." That wasn't very spooky. The dog says, "Woof woof." Theo and Dex looked at each other. It was no good. Theo would have to make a tiny adjustment to the story. The terrifying, headless ghost dragon says, "Roar!" "Theo," called Mum from downstairs. "That's too scary for Dex's bedtime story." "Aw," said Theo. "But he loves it." Dex beamed up at his brother with his one-toothed smile and clapped his little hands. "Hee," he giggled. "Drago." "Oh, nice one, Dex," said Theo. "What'd he say?" said Dad, appearing at the door with a basket full of laundry. It was a strange hobby to have, Theo thought, but he must love washing clothes because he did it all the time. "I taught him to say dragon," said Theo, proudly ruffling Dex's hair. "Well, nearly." "Just what we need," said Dad, rolling his eyes with a smile. "Another dragon-obsessed boy in the house." "Drago! Drago! Drago!" chanted Dex, bouncing up and down in his cot. Dad sighed and put down his basket. "No spooky dragon stories before bed or he'll never sleep," she said, taking the book off Theo. "And that goes for you too. You need an early night before dragon school in the morning." "All right," said Theo. He gave his brother a good night high five. "Night-night, Dexy. No more Drago for Dad, okay?" "Bum!" yelled Dex. "Much better," laughed Dad. "Good night, Theo." Theo headed down the corridor to his room. He stepped inside, kicked off his fluffy dragon slippers, and leaped into bed, screwing his eyes shut and willing himself to sleep. He just wanted to be able to fast forward to the morning so he could get to Dragon Towers, the most awesome school in the world ever. He'd been home a whole week for half term, and even though he's had loads of fun, he couldn't wait to be flying dragons again. But sleep did not come. Theo couldn't stop thinking about all the fun things he was going to do with his friends and their dragons. At Dragon Towers, everyone had their own dragon best friend, and every dragon had its own special magic power. There were ice dragons, tornado dragons, and thunder dragons with earth-tremblingly loud roars. His friend Jasmeet's dragon Zen could shoot out jets of water, and he had made them a water slide down the stairs. Even the lessons were dragon-themed, so none of them were boring. In their maths lesson, they'd meet a calcu-dragon who could do any sum you asked. Theo looked around his room. There was his dragon rider jacket hung up, ready to wear. And there was his nearly completed Dragonia sticker book. He had a few swaps for his friend Felix when he saw him. On the wall was the huge poster of First Rider Ada and her fire dragon Faust. Just seeing it gave him a thrill, remembering that he had actually met and flown with them in real life. Ada was just as awesome as he had hoped, and Faust, if a little bad-tempered, was as fearsome and cool as he'd imagined a fire dragon would be. Then Theo glanced.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?